Good day guys, Pancho here. Today we're going to be installing an ARB bull bar. We're going to go through the whole process, removing the old one, installing this one. So today I'm going to be doing this video in English. I think this is going to be my first English video in the channel. And I'm doing it like that because since this is an instruction video for such a popular bar down here, I bought a bull bar like a month ago or so, a little bit more, and I completely restored it with my friends at Northern Beaches Smash Repairs. They did a full color coding and I'm gonna be replicating this color. The first thing you have to do is to remove the grill, remove the inner guards on the inside, and remove every single little bolt. As you can see, I already removed the notch bar. Hopefully it's gonna be easy and straightforward. I already painted the brackets, cleaned the bolts. So, let's go.
One eternity later.
Alright, so this side is done. It was quite a pain in the ass because of course it was the first time I'm doing this, but now it's done. Now I know how to do it. The process is the following. You just grab both plates, this one which goes on the inside like this, and the other one which is this side like this. And once you have both of them, you put a clamp and you mount the absorption section, I don't know how to call it. So once you have everything jigged up, mark the holes, drill them, M12 bolts and M10 in the front. Remove everything, paint to prevent rust. I already paint all of this, and that's about it. It's not hard at all, it's just time consuming. I'm going to show you that side now that I know how to do it. Once you're done with the holes, you have to get some cage nuts, brand new cage nuts. I got these ones from ARB, and you basically have to slide them up from down below through the front of the monocoque. You slide them in, and and this basically allows you to bolt the side bolts for the side brackets. Righto, so once you have the side brackets mounted in place and they're basically sandwiching the chassis extension, you know, these things don't have a chassis, but you know what I mean. Just grab an M10 drill bit, drill the front hole, and just chuck the bolts in there straight away, tighten it up. Be careful not to tighten them too hard, otherwise you're gonna snap the bolts. Honestly, I recommend you guys to replace all of the bolts, if they're used, of course. Just for an extra peace of mind. As I said, I cleaned all of them, I inspected them, they look alright, but just as an extra peace of mind, just replace them. It's absolutely worth the investment. Once you're done with that, just jump to the driver's side and refit the windshield washer bottle. It's just 3 bolts, 2 on the outer side, 1 on the inner side. Make sure to tighten everything properly, and of course one of the hoses in this case is gonna be disconnected because the headlight washers are gone. After that, it's time to fit the bar, so grab a couple of mates because you're definitely going to need a couple of extra hands just to align the bar properly. It's not hard at all, just hold the bar in place, thread the bolts in both sides, and then it's time to align it. You have heaps of room to align it both up and down and front to back, so just be conscious about it, take your time, do it properly, and do it right. After that, I brought the car in because it was bloody hot. It was like 40 degrees that day, and then I trimmed the cage nut bits, the extension bits. Be careful because they're really freaking sharp, so just be extra careful, grind them off properly, don't leave them hanging down there. And then it's time to drill the alignment holes, as I will call them, because what they actually do is lock the alignment of the bar in place. So they're very important. They're just small bolts, but they just prevent the bar from sliding up and down or front to back. So just drill them, clean them, paint them because otherwise they're gonna rust, and just chuck the bolts in there, tighten everything. Next step is to wire the turn signals. It's pretty bloody easy with this bar because you're able to remove the headlights without even touching the bull bar, which I freaking love because I've seen some bars out there where you have to remove absolutely everything just to get to the headlights. So this is not the case. I love it. This is great. It's just a matter of wiring the turn signals and then just chucking the grill back in place, and then you're ready to start refitting the actual turn signals. Give them a clean if you bought them used, because otherwise they're gonna have tons of dust inside. I cleaned all of mine. I cleaned the rubbers, and then I got some brand new stainless screws, and then that's pretty much ready to go. After that, I just refitted the brand new ARB sticker that I got from ARB, just to keep everything looking nice and tidy, and then we're done. Alright, so the bull bar is finally installed. As you can see, it looks absolutely great in my opinion. As I said at the beginning of the video, this was such a dream, having a color-coded ARB bull bar, color-coded to the fender flares, so I'm extremely happy with the result. Huge thanks to Rabin from Northern Beaches Smash Repairs, because without him, this wouldn't be possible basically. He did all the paint work and prep for the bar, so thank you very much, buddy. So hopefully the video was helpful for you if you're installing an ARB bull bar or any other bull bar. I'm pretty sure that the process is pretty much the same. So thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to reply to them in the comments. And hopefully my English is not that bad for you guys. So thank you. See ya.